I'm not going to let them slide. They put their chips in. Now they have to produce. I'm saying this year they need to win the AFC East to be successful, and they need to make it to the AFC Championship game. Because if we're all in for anything less than that, that's not a great all in, Vlad. And I know the injuries and I know the factors can play all types of wreaks and havoc. But if you're all in and you can't win your division and you can't make it to the AFC Championship game, what are we doing here then? Trying to end the playoff drought of 24 years, win one playoff game? Is that all in? Is that what all in should look like? No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not letting it slide.
All in can be 9-8.
I'm not letting it slide where this team wins their first playoff game in 24 years and it's okay. No. We're paying big time bucks to big time players to do big time things. It's Mike McDaniel's third year. It's third year with Tua. Tua's been paid. Waddle's been paid. Tyreek's been paid. Got a new defensive coordinator. We got everything supposedly in line. We drafted guys to give the edge rush. We're all in. All in has to look like more than just one playoff win. It needs to look like winning a division and going to the AFC Championship game. And I'm going to hold them to that. It's simple. They've talked about being tougher. They've talked about being bullies. They've talked about, I mean, they haven't said all in, but their actions show it. You cannot let them slide by saying, well, really, we just want to win a playoff game. That is not the mentality that this team needs to have. I'm telling you right now, they need to win their division easily. When I say easily, they need to win their division. It's never easy. But what I'm saying is win their division, and they need to make it to the AFC Championship game. That's what all in, at least minimally, has to look like. And if I'm asking for too much, let me know. 305-567-0560. You can also hit us up on the Twitch and the YouTube, 560 WQAM. Am I being irrational?
No.
Seeing what we're doing and saying, I'm going to hold you to a higher standard. I need a division win, and I need you to get to the AFC Championship game at a minimum.
Well, you got to win a playoff game.
Well, but winning your division and going to the AFC Championship game encompasses that. It means most likely winning 2 playoff games.
Well, if you win your division, you're hosting a home game.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's critical.
I think it's all dominoes that have to fall.
But here's the thing. You don't want to lose. What if you do win the division? You host a playoff game, and then you lose that playoff game.
Once again, that's not what all in needs to look like.
No, that's not all in. And then now that's added because it's not, okay, first we're saying that you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you just got to win. Plain and simple. No more excuses.
I don't care about your record I do care about your record, but I don't need 15 wins. Just win your division.
No more excuses.
It doesn't matter how you win your division. Win your division, host a playoff game, win that playoff game, maybe win another one, depending on what your record is, go to the AFC Championship game. I'm not saying this team needs to win 12, 13 games this year. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting a quantified number on what their success would be and wouldn't be. I'm saying win your division, go to the AFC Championship game. Simple as that. It's got to be. I mean, what are we doing if we're doing all in to not win our division and lose in the first round of the playoffs, or win a playoff game for the first time in 24 years and then get mollywopped in the second round of the playoffs or whatever round you want to call that? What are we doing? Is that championship football? If that's okay? No,
they need to win, B. There's no more excuses, but it was
no more.
Put it this way. We said no more excuses last week what happened last weekend around this time?
And nothing's changed. No, things have changed.
No, things have changed. You've included, you running this back again. I'm glad you running this back because
that's your best opportunity.
Because you know what? No, because here's the thing, Cousin. Before we go to break, this whole thing, it began with the trade for Tyreek.
Yep.
Once Mike McDaniel had Tyreek Hill to go with Tua, after telling Tua, you are my quarterback, you can run this offense, I'm going to do everything in my power to make you successful. And the first thing they did was make a traded first-round picks to the Kansas City Chiefs to get Tyreek Hill. And all we've seen over these last 2 years, along with the drafting of Jalen Waddle prior, is this offense be one of the most electrifying offenses in the NFL. But with all this electricity, it kind of goes out late in the year in cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're like, okay, cool. You double back. Now you're like, all right, we're still gonna do this. We're still gonna run this offense. We're still gonna keep these weapons. And we're not only we gonna keep these weapons, we're gonna have them for another 3 to 4 years. So this is it, baby. You know this is what you got.
This is your team.
This is your team. And we're not giving you 3 years anymore because we know we got you for 3 years. We've seen what you've given us the first 2 years. You need to provide us with some results. And the results are winning winning division is great, but in making the playoffs, I'm gonna be objective here because you know my team. I always got love for my team, but I think you are a playoff team. You made the playoff the last 2 years. You've won 11 games. You got to win 11 or bet or more. Correct?
I don't like I said, I'm not putting a number on how much they win. They got to win their division.
But okay, winning
the Jets and the Bills be darned.
You know what? I give you that. They got to win the division because here's the thing: you've won 9 games with Mike McDaniel his first year. You were 9-8. Last year you were 11-6. So there was a 2-game improvement, and it could have been more if you didn't mess up towards the end. So now it's not only it's either win the division, definitely win a playoff game, and possibly AFC Championship at worst.
No more excuses.